This is my response to a video I just ran across like a few seconds ago, literally, called Joyce Meyer is the $60 million, or or like 60, I don't know whether it's 60, $60 million a week woman. All right. With all due respect to the gentleman who put this video together, and bear in mind that I am in no way attempting to disagree with the position taken by your individual conscience, sir. I bless you for having put that video up. Okay? But here is my problem with believing in the premise that, say, Joyce Meyer is a heretic. Okay? If Joyce Meyer is a heretic, then why, first of all, why are her principles actually working for so many people? And if Joyce Meyer is a heretic, then why am I supposed to go to my local shelter to give money to strange women that I don't know how to trust? Let me give you an example. Okay, there's a Salvation Army post here in Mankato, Minnesota. Okay, that can be considered my local shelter. The reason I am no longer doing any form of business with them or being on their territory is that it is being run by someone that I had an interpersonal conflict with about 2 years ago that still has not been resolved at a systemic level. And basically, his contention, yes, I understand, his contention at the time was that because I had no money, he had the right to assume that I was, quote, living in sin, unquote. Okay, he made a whole big deal out of the fact that, like, I wasn't supposed to be wearing the Salvation Army uniform at a particular time. Okay, when what had actually happened was that the captains who came out of post at that particular time had simply failed to inform me of this petty pharisaical little regulation that, with all due respect to the Salvation Army, they had this regulation, okay, that I could not be wearing the uniform when I was wearing the uniform because I was engaged and not actually married at the time. Okay? Then 2 other captains come in with basically the spirit of the vipers. And see, this is all on record. I'm willing to stand to this. Okay, so don't even try attacking me at the macro level. This stuff is just starting to come out now, and I haven't mentioned any names. Okay, but I'm running an experiment to see just how deep the rabbit hole goes. Okay, what I'm actually finding out is that it's not just the powers that be as they are now. Okay, there are errors about authority across not just all of Christendom, but literally across all forms of human knowledge in all religious systems. Okay, never mind, do I believe in this system or do I not believe in this system? Okay, and basically, here's what I believe about the one world government, folks. The one world government already exists. Okay, for all you conspiracy theorists out there, the one world government already exists. It can bring in the reign of the Antichrist, so on and so forth. I have conceded all of that, and therefore I am in harmony with the revelation of St. John the Divine. Okay? But there's another problem with that. Okay? The problem with trying to define what is good and what is evil as a human being is both insoluble at certain levels, because we are mortal human beings, limited, finite beings. Okay? And it all kind of depends on, like, not just who you are, but how big your God is. Okay? Because you can take the position that he created just this one little planet to be inhabited. Okay? Or you can take the position that he created an entire galaxy, or you can take the position, like I do, that he created the entire observable universe. So like all those Darwinist physicists and astronomers and so on and so forth that you like to think you're disagreeing with, okay, they may as well be wizards. Alright? It's not that they are pagans. Don't misunderstand me here. It is not that they are pagans, nor that they are necessarily atheists. But if you want an example, and I've documented this elsewhere, one of the polarities in the system as it is now that really ticks me off is that the atheists in this culture are given the right to say to a mass public that there is no such thing as any scientist in any field anywhere who can be a Christian, because then they are not a real scientist. Okay? And despite the fact that I am documenting all of this in real time, okay, and using every cue on the internet that I can possibly use to be polite at every single level, whether I'm dealing with a Christian, an atheist, a witch, whoever it is, the fact is that as a mortal, limited, I'm not going to say finite, because I don't believe finite. I believe there is such a thing as eternity, and if there is such a thing as eternity, then I believe that the Lord Jesus Christ is in charge of it, period. Okay? But attempting to prove that anywhere in society, that's the right that's disappearing. Okay? That's the size of the rabbit hole as I understand it. So, like, if there is any sort of a personal devil, see, that's the problem. I believe the devil literally, we would say, laughs all the way to the bank, because people who misunderstand authority make all of these errors of the economies of scale. Okay? Give you an example. Suppose that His Holiness, suppose that the Pope decided to use all the resources at his command in Vatican City to declare war on the provinces of the Dalai Lama. Okay? Answer that one for me, if you dare, And while you're at it, it's not a matter of like, are you going to offend me? But because what I know is you're not even going to try because the questions are too big. Okay. And basically this is happening to like every field of human knowledge, no matter what your assumptions are across the entire planet Earth. So if you want to be concerned about like whether we're going to blow up or whether this particular person is or is not doing their duty toward the poor, sir, please remember that there are bigger questions involved here than you can understand. Okay, King Caspian out. Message ends. Good night. I'm going to go eat dinner.